Well, good morning once again. I'm out here playing with my pole barn. I've been putting up these supports that's going to hold my trusses for my wings or my extensions. Really pretty day. We've had a couple of days of pretty heavy smoke, I guess from Canada smoke coming down, but the skies are pretty blue today. We've got a little bit of a haze, but as a general rule, not too bad. You can just see right on the horizon we got that smoky haze. So this west side is pretty much ready to go. Got all my braces in. I do have them screwed into the main post that's in the barn itself, and I've screwed each layer in. My main attachment that goes up clear to the top, and then these double 2x6s, they're nailed and screwed, so I think we're pretty solid there. On this east side as well, I have my supports because I'm going to have two trusses in the middle, and then two trusses will sit on each outside wall, and I'm going to be clear span. I'm going to put up a railroad tie header. Now I actually bought not switch ties but relay ties. They were the straightest, best grade that they have. I'll put the joint on the center post and span out to the outside. That'll give me good support for my trusses to come out and rest on. I got two 14-foot relay ties, and they're 6 3/4 by 8 3/4, basically 7 by 9. But I'll lay them on the flat like so. Like I say, I'll put the joint right here. Now this tie here, as I've measured it out, is about 1.5 inches at the top leaning in. The two outside ones, they're just right on the money, 18 feet out. The other side as well, I have that as 18 feet. So that's going to work well. This tie here leans out about 3/4 inch, but I'm planning on putting a chain and a come along, and there's enough play in this I can bring that in, square it up. The other side's a little off, but it's workable. So now, I guess the next step for me, before I put my top tier coming out, I'd like to have this header tie in place to know where that's going to come. I have a pretty good feel for where it's going to be, but no reason why I don't think I can put those ties up on top for my header. I have a set of forks for my Bobcat, but I don't think my Bobcat will reach quite high enough. I'm not quite sure. I know my loader on my M will, so I just chained this forklift attachment in my bucket, and I'll use it to lift up my ties and put those in place. We're supposed to warm up to the low 90s today. I was 56 when I came out this morning. It's warming up though. Nice slight breeze from the southwest, and that always helps. On one end, I'm really not too bad for square. I think I can live with that. Got this little iron plate on here. I don't know if I'll take it off or not. But I need to be 163.5 length, so I'll trim the other end. This will give me a nice clean joint if I can cut it halfway square with my chainsaw. I put a new blade on my 14-inch Makita, so it should cut pretty well. Well, see how she goes. Put a couple cleats on each side so as I put the second one up I don't bump it and knock it off the post. Now this second one is going to be a little trickier. I squared off this end that will match the trimmed off end here, so that's going to go over my post. I'm going to leave the other end long because I may pull or push that end post. I'm not quite sure. It might just stay where it's at. But I've got some stuff in the way here. I've got a 2-bottom plow that's kind of out of the way, but I ended up setting my 3-point backhoe right here, and I'm going to have to kind of hug that pretty close to get my tractor in there. Between my propane tank and the wall, I've got about 25 feet. My tractor is roughly 20, so I can get in there, but I think I'm going to have to go way up, bring this beam up over the top, pull in and keeping it up high, and then try to back up straight to set it down. That's what it looks like to me. Some of these ties have little twists to them. I gotta straighten them out a bit. This is a handy little rascal. I use it a lot for fencing, shaping these ties when I'm putting cross braces in. Works pretty handy for here too. Well, I checked my overall width at the barn. I'm 27 feet 2 inches, and I'm 27 2 3/4 here. So this post leans out just a fuzz. I brought some ratchets. I brought a come along and some straps and a chain. I'm gonna pull this to the bottom of the opposite post. It's got enough flex at 3/4 of an inch is not a big deal to pull out. And that is going to take a lot. Better check first. Oh, perfect, right on the money. How'd they get so lucky? My strap might be in the way for my corner, but I'll nail the top. I bet I can work that out of there. I'm gonna do this here. Well, before I nail this, I better get my strap out first. Well, I'm not going to fall on anybody's head now. Last couple steps. Well, I think this is going to complete our walls. Well, kind of another little milestone. I think we're ready for trusses. Ended up being, upper 80s. I don't know if we hit 90 today. Been a nice kind of an east breeze, so it's been pretty pleasant. So through the week I might pick away at these trusses. I've got a open floor in our building here that I can use for a pattern to lay them all out. I may do that approach instead of building them in place. We'll see. It's a question of whether I can get them hoisted up when they're in one piece or not. Anyway, appreciate you following along.